Greetings. This is Doc Ock coming at you live and direct from Black Facts Headquarters Central this evening with another installment of Doc Ock at noon and 9. We've had a busy day today, so if you've had a day that was anything like mine, I know you're ready to relax to the max with a few black facts. And that's just what we're going to provide you with tonight. Matter of fact, let's jump right into it because it's time to do it. First and foremost, you know what to do. Give us a like if you're watching on Facebook, a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube, and then go ahead and spread the word to all your friends, your family, your enemies, all those folks that are out there right now that you need to please, because you need to even please your enemies. To forgive is a blessing, although that doesn't mean you have to forget. So go ahead and forgive those enemies. Let them know about Black Facts so they can pick up on some of what we are about to put down. And right now, we're going to throw down with another saying from the man himself, Marcus Garvey. Okay, now this is one I say all the time, and a lot of people don't seem like they understand what I'm talking about when I say it, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say it one more time. This time I'm going to say it, though, in the words of Marcus Garvey. The Negro who lives on the patronage of philanthropists is the most dangerous member of our society, because he or she is willing to turn back the clock of progress when his benefactors ask him so to do. Now, my father always said that same thing, but he said it a little bit differently. It was a very simple saying, and you may have heard it before. He who pays the piper calls the tune. Pure and simple. He who pays the piper calls the tune. And when the tap gets shut off, the tune ceases to be played. Okay? The tune will cease to be played. So, something just to keep in mind, especially for you young folks. He who pays the piper calls the tune. And if you don't understand what that means, I just want you to think about it for a little while. Don't think about it. Just think about it. I can't tell you the meaning to proverbs and parables like that. You got to let them ruminate a little while until it dawns on you exactly what that's supposed to mean and how to use it. Meanwhile, we're going to continue reading from Blake. We're going to continue reading from Blake, or The Huts of America. Blake, or The Huts of America, by none other than Dr. Martin Robeson Delaney. Martin Robeson Delaney. So here we go. Let me get my get our slideshow up and running here. Boom. There you go. Blake, or The Huts of America. Oh, Henry, I hope you've not taken to swearing. I do hope you will. Oh, no, excuse me. We read that part before. We were down here on, we were down here on chapter 8, the sale. This has got to be a crucial chapter right here. Just by the name of it, I know this is going to be crucial. Dare now, exclaimed Mammy Judy. Just what the old man been telling on you. You go out yonder, you kick up your heel, get your head clean full proclamation and such like that, and let devil fool you, then go fool on with white folks long so show. Better go about your business. Been shaving God right. You know, called to do so, I reckon. I don't care what comes, my course is laid out and my determination fixed, says Henry. And nothing they can do, and nothing they can do can alter it. So you and Daddy Joe, Mammy, had just as well quit your preaching to me the religion you have got from your oppressors. Soul driver, get ya. You can't get way from them, I don't reckon. Show, child, you ain't that mighty, admonished Mammy Judy. Henry, my child, look to the Lord, 'cause he alone am able to bear us up in our trouble. And go directly, sir, to Captain John Harris's office and ask him to call immediately to see me at my house, ordered Franks. Politely bowing, Henry immediately left the premises on his errand. Lord of mercy, my Stephen, Lord of mercy, my Stephen, exclaimed Mammy Judy on hearing the name of John Harris, the Negro trader. Oh, sooky now. John Harris, the Negro trader. Hope you ought to know him. Gonna sell all on us to the traders? Hoot, toot, Judy. Give yourself no uneasiness about that till you have some cause for it. So you and Joe may rest contented, Judy, admonished Franks. Thank you, Master Stephen, 'cause I hearing you tell Henry that you sell the last nig. Hush, old woman, hush. Your tongue too long. Put your trust in the Lord, interrupted Daddy Joe. I treat my black folks well, replied Franks, and all they have to hear the doorbell having been rung. He was interrupted with a message from Alice that a gentleman awaited his presence in the parlor. At the moment which the colonel left the kitchen, Henry stepped over the stile into the yard, which at once disclosed who the gentleman was to whom the master had been summoned. Henry passed directly around and behind the house. See, old man, see. Reckon you're going there now, whispered Mammy Judy on seeing Henry pass through the yard without going into the kitchen. Why? Inquired Daddy Joe. Don't know out yonder. Would he going away from white folks? She replied. The interview between Franks and the trader Harris was not over half an hour duration. The trader retiring, Franks being prompt and decisive in all of his transactions, making little ceremony. So soon as the front door was closed, Alice, smiling, bore into the kitchen a half-pint glass of brandy, saying that her master had sent it to the old people. The old man received it with compliments to his master, poured it into a black jug in which there was both tansy and garlic, highly recommending it as a bitters and certain antidote for worms, for which purpose he and the old woman took of it as long as it lasted, though neither had been troubled with that particular disease since the days of their childhood. What to going to do with you, my son? Inquired Mammy Judy as Henry entered the kitchen. Sell me to the soul drivers. What else would they do? You gonna tell you about till they get here? You gonna tell you about till they get here? I shan't move a step and let them do their. Mouse wants to see you in the front house, Henry, interrupted Alice. He immediately obeying the summons. Hear that now, said Mammy Judy as Henry followed the maid out of the kitchen. Carry this note, sir, directly to Captain Jack Harris, ordered Franks, handing to Henry a sealed note. Receiving it, he bowed politely, going out of the front door directly to the slave prison of Harris. I see, said Harris on opening the note. Colonel Franks' boy, walk in here. Passing through the office into a room which proved to be the first department of the slave prison. No common Negro, I see. You're a shade higher. A pretty deep shade, too. Can read, write, cipher, a good religious fellow, and has a Christian and surname. The devil, you say. Who's your father? Can you preach? I've never tried, was the only reply. Have you ever been a member of Congress? Continued Harris with ridicule. To this, Henry made no reply. Won't answer, hey? Beneath your dignity, eh? I understand that you're of that class of gentry who don't speak to common folks. You're not quite well enough dressed for a gentleman of the cloth. Here, Mr. Henry will present you with a set of ruffles. Give yourself no trouble, sir, as I'll dress you. I'm here for that purpose, said Harris, fastening upon the wrist of the manly bondman a heavy pair of handcuffs. You hurt my wrist, admonished Henry. New clothing will be a little tight when first put on. Now, sir, continued the trader, taking him to the back door and pointing into the yard at the slave gang there confined. As you have been respectably dressed, walk out and enjoy yourself among the ladies and gentlemen there. You'll find him quite a select company. Shortly after this, the sound of the bell ringer's voice was heard, a sound which usually spread terror among the slaves. Will be sold this afternoon at 3 o'clock by public outcry at the slave prison of Captain John Harris, a likely choice Negro fellow, the best trained body servant in the state, trained to the business by the most accomplished lady and gentlemen, Negro trainers in the Mississippi Valley, slale positive without a proviso. Da. Didn't he tell you so? Old man, hear that now? Come here. That's just what I've been telling on him. But he wouldn't have believed me, ejaculated old Mammy Judy on hearing the bell ring and the handbill read. Falling upon their knees, the two old slaves prayed fervently to God, thanking him that it was as well with them as it was. Bless the Lord, my soul is happy, cried out Mammy Judy, being overcome with devotion, clapping her hands and dropping on her knees, just thanking God. Thank God for what I feels in my soul, responded Daddy Joe. Rising from their knees with tears trickling down their cheeks, the old slaves endeavored to ease their troubled souls by singing, "Oh, when shall my sorrows subside? And when shall my troubles be ended? And when to the bosom of Christ be conveyed? To the mansions of joy and bliss, to the mansions of joy and bliss. Oh, that's what I need, to go to the mansions of joy and bliss. Worthy to be praised, blessed be the name of the Lord. Poor black folks, the Lord only knows sats to come up of us, exclaimed Mammy Judy. Look to the Lord, old woman. He's able to bear us out, more and conquer. Keep the moaning, stay in sight, advised Daddy Joe. Yes, old man, yes, that I done this many long day, and I ain't going lose sight of now. No God being my helper, I was going to keep my eyes right on it. That I is, at the hour of 3. As the hour of 3 drew near, many there were going in the direction of the slave prison, a large number of persons having assembled at the sale. Draw near, gentlemen, draw near, cried Harris. The hour of sale is arrived, a positive sale with no proviso, cash down or no sale at all. A general laugh succeeded the introduction of the auctioneer. Money on the wood makes the betting go good. Put your money where your mouth is. Come up here, my lad, continued the auctioneer, wielding the long red rawhide. Mount this block, stand beside me, and let's see which is the best looking man. We have met before, but I never had the pleasure of introducing you. Gentlemen, one and all, I take pleasure in introducing to you Henry. Pardon me, sir. Mr. Henry Holland, I believe. Am I right, sir? Mr. Henry Holland, a good-looking fellow, you will admit. I'm offered $1,000. $1,000 for the best-looking Negro in all of Mississippi. If all the Negro boys in the state was as good-looking as him, I'd give $2,000 for him all myself. This caused another laugh. Who'll give me $1,005? Do I hear $1,005? Just then a shower of rain came on. Gentlemen, exclaimed the auctioneer, without a place can be obtained large enough to shelter, the people here assembled, the sale will have to be postponed. This is a proviso we couldn't foresee, and therefore is not responsible for it. There was another hearty laugh. A whisper went through the crowd, when presently a gentleman came forward saying that those concerned had kindly tendered the use of the church, which stood nearby, in which to continue the sale. Here we are again, gentlemen. Who bids 500 more for the likely Negro fellow? I am offered $1,500 for the finest Negro servant in the state. Come, my boy, bestir yourself and don't stand there like a statue. Can't you give us a jig? Whistle at us a song? I forgot, the Negro fellow is religious. By the by, an excellent recommendation, gentlemen. Perhaps he'll give us a sermon. Say, get up there, old fellow, and hold forth. Can't you give us a sermon on abolition? I'm only offered $1,500 for the most likely Negro boy. 15, 16, 1600 just a going at 18, 18, 1900 just a going at $1,900 for the best body servant in the state, just a going at 19, and without a better bid, I'll go. Just at this point, a note was passed up the aisle to the auctioneer, who after reading it said, gentlemen, circumstances beyond my control make it necessary that the sale be postponed until one day next week. The time of continuance will be duly announced. When bowing, he left the stand. That's another proviso not in the original bill, exclaimed a voice as the auctioneer left the stand, at which there were peals of laughter. To secure himself against contingency, Harris immediately delivered Henry over to Franks. There were present at the sale Crow, Slider, Walker, Borbridge, Simpson, Hurst, Spangler, and Williams. All noted slave traders, eager to purchase. Some on their return home, and some with gangs en route for the southern markets. The note handed the auctioneer read thus: what we said earlier, that having learned that there are private individuals at the sale who design purchasing my Negro man Harry for his own personal advantage, you will peremptorily postpone the sale, making such apology as the occasion demands, and effect a private sale with Richard Crowe, Esquire, who offers me $2,000 for him. Let the boy return to me. Believe me to be very respectfully, Stephen Franks. Oh, okay. So that's why they really didn't sell them. They couldn't sell them because of the conditions, the weather and COVID, etc. But then they didn't sell them because of what the parents had said before they'd ever met COVID. Because he was, before they'd ever met, who did I say? Offered a private sale with Richard Crowe, who offers me $2,000 for him. Right. So at any rate, they turned it into a private sale, and we'll pick up tomorrow and read some more of Blake, or The Huts of America. Yeah, it does seem like the story is kind of starting to pick up, but there's still a lot more characters that we haven't even encountered yet. So we've got quite a ways to go, quite a story to tell that might even make you yell, but I promise it won't make you smell. But in the meantime, I need all you little children out there to put your little head on your little pillow, on your little bed, and close, really close them up. Oh, close those, your eyes as you wait on that sun to rise. And when you feel those sunbeams beaming down on your eyes, you'll know that it's time for you to rise and shine, oh children of mine. And when you do, you're going to be fine because you're going to be able to greet a new day divine. That's what we're looking forward to. A new day divine, even more so than fine wine in the summertime. Meanwhile, all you adults out there, you know who this is. This is Doc Ock at noon and 9, bringing you the best in Black Facts here at the Tubular Black Facts channel. We've been reading tonight from Blake's or the Huts of America, but we will be black tomorrow to read more of the philosophy and opinions of Marcus Garvey at 12 o'clock high noon. Look for us then. Don't be a loon or a goon. Matter of fact, right now, if you could give us a like if you're watching on Facebook or a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube, that would be great. And last but not least, go ahead and subscribe. Just hit that little button below. It won't take you but a minute. We don't ask you a whole lot of silly questions. Just go ahead and sign up so the next time we come on, you'll be notified. In the meanwhile, peace out without a doubt. And justice, plenty of justice. Because without justice, peace cannot exist. Trust and believe that. Not a real